Last week, we held one of our Billionaire Code Summits, and it was by far the most successful we've had. We had over 100 people with companies represented from around the world. So the next few podcasts, you're going to be getting my observations on the event, what we learned, what we saw our clients doing that is working. And one of the biggest observations I had is that the first rule of growing your business, growing yourself, or growing any product you have is you have to lower the noise. I'm Alex Sharfin, and this is the Momentum Podcast, made for empire builders, game changers, trailblazers, shot takers, record breakers, world makers, and creators of all kinds. Those among us who can't turn it off and don't know why anyone would want to. We challenge complacency, destroy apathy, and we are obsessed with creating momentum so we can roll over bureaucracy and make our greatest contribution. Sure, we pay attention to their rules, but only so that we can bend them, break them, then rewrite them around our own will. We don't accept our destiny, we define it. We don't understand defeat because you only lose if you stop, and we don't know how. While the rest of the world strives for average and clings desperately to the status quo, we are the minority, the few, who are willing to hallucinate there could be a better future, and instead of just daydreaming of what could be, we endure the vulnerability and exposure it takes to make it real. We are the evolutionary hunters, clearly the most important people in the world, because entrepreneurs are the only source of consistent, positive human evolution, and we always will be. Last week, I had so much fun. We had our entrepreneurs, operators, people from businesses around the world that are using our methods, the cadence, the systems that we share to grow and scale their businesses fast. And the results we saw in the room were nothing short of amazing. You know, we had 100 people in the room, and when you look at every business that was there, there were only a few that weren't growing, but that's not the story. The story is that there were a huge percentage that were growing at over 100% per year. So doubling on a year-to-year basis, a big percentage of the room was doing this. Why? Because they're using systems and frameworks and structure that's been proven over and over again to scale the business. However, I think one of the reasons why so many of the entrepreneurs in the room were doing so well is that first, they focused on simplifying, on making things easier, on lowering the pressure and noise before they scaled. Here's our philosophy. Before you plan, release. Get rid of anything you don't need to be planning around. Before you scale, simplify. Make things easier. Make it easier for you. Make it easier for the people around you. Before you delegate, document clearly so that everything is clear. Lower the noise in all areas of your life and business, and you will see your business grow like crazy. But here's the challenge. Here's the challenge in most coaching memberships, in most products, in most consulting, in most ways that you are encouraged to work today, is that what almost every product does is increase pressure and noise constantly without lowering pressure and noise. See, we don't really have a dialogue around making things easier on you, simplifying for you, getting rid of the pressure and noise, making a list of the things you will not do anymore so that you can move forward and do the things that you want to. This is one of the most important lessons for an entrepreneur because there's two ways for us to create momentum. One is we can do all the things that it takes to get up and get moving. When you look at a boat sitting in the water and not moving, it takes a tremendous amount of energy to gun the engine and push the boat out of the water until it's hydroplaning, at which point it uses very little energy to go very fast. Now, there's two ways to get that boat moving. One is you can use all the energy to get it going. The second one is you can drop a whole bunch of ballast, a whole bunch of weight, a whole bunch of operational drag, then hit go, and it's that much easier. So if you lower the pressure and noise first, getting up to that hydroplane is so much easier. This is why this is important. There's 10 attributes of the entrepreneurial personality type. And if you identify with being an entrepreneurial personality type, every one of these attributes is what makes us successful. It's what makes us magical. It's what makes us amazing. High sensitivity and awareness is our ability to see opportunities around us. Future focus is our ability to see the future. High processing capacity means that we actually think faster and think clearer than most people around us. Highly adaptable allows us to see the opportunity where no one else does. But now let's turn the pressure and noise up on those 4 of the 10 attributes that I just shared. High sensitivity and awareness becomes a sensitivity to everything. The world becomes overwhelming. Colors get overwhelming. Sounds get overwhelming. Your entire life can get overwhelming. Under high pressure and noise, that future focus, that ability we have to see the future becomes jumbled and difficult. And we can't not only see the future, we stop being able to see the next steps. We get stuck where we are. Highly adaptable. When we adapt under low pressure and noise, we create the life, the business, the relationships that we want. When we adapt under high pressure and noise, we get addicted to change and programmed to accept failure. We change and we change and we change, and we don't see if it's successful or not. And high processing capacity under high pressure and noise, that ability we have to think faster than everybody else, to see the opportunities nobody else sees, that high processing capacity becomes like static. It becomes so much that it's difficult for us to see what's important and what isn't. So every single one of the attributes of the EPT are absolutely affected by pressure and noise. The higher the pressure and noise, the more our attributes become challenges, become weaknesses, hold us back. The lower the pressure and noise, the more we can experience those attributes, understand the attributes, and use them to our advantage. See, lowering pressure and noise is a gateway to understanding how to succeed as an entrepreneur. See, when we lower the noise in our life, when we relentlessly go through our lives and decide what we are not going to do anymore, what we're not going to have in our lives anymore, what we're not going to allow, what we aren't going to tolerate, that is how we move forward fast. In fact, last week, we didn't just have our Billionaire Code Summit, we also had our Grow and Scale Summit. So Grow and Scale is our group for business owners exclusively over $3 million a year, building a team, using our systems. They've all met requirements and passed an interview to get into the group. And in the Grow and Scale group, the discussion we have every single time we are together is, what are you tolerating and what are you going to stop? Because as you grow your business, especially past 1 million, 3 million, 10 million, the question is, what are you no longer going to do? What are you handing off? Where's the discomfort you're transferring to somebody else? What are you doing that you're not that good at that you can pass off to somebody else who's going to be better at it than you are? So here's where I want you to think about lowering pressure and noise. First, for you as a person. Look at the people, the places, the things that are in your life right now. This is binary. Are you ready for this? If you write down anything from my podcasts, write this down. The people, the places, the things in your life are either giving you momentum or they're taking them away or taking it away. So be relentless, be ruthless, defend your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. And if you do this over and over again, you will start creating momentum you did not know possible. So not just with you as a person, second, with your relationships. Examine the relationships in your life. Are they the relationships you want? Are the people around you making you feel like you're in momentum? Do they support you? Are you excited to work with them? Is there somebody in your business, in your personal life? Is there someone you interact with regularly that you're tired of, that you no longer want to have around? On that same token, are there people who give you momentum? Are there people who are exciting for you to interact with, to be around? Examine the people in your life and lower the noise as fast as you possibly can. You must guard your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. And then in your business, this is a big one. See, you need to lower the pressure and noise in your business as fast as you can. Before you scale, simplify. One of the major conversations we have in our coaching groups is, how much simpler can you make your business? How much easier can you make it on you? How much less can you do and still execute and get the result you want? How painfully easy can you make it? Because here's what we know about running a business as entrepreneurs. Growth creates deficit, and success creates complexity, and growth creates deficit. So the more successful you are, the more complex the business becomes, even if you simplify. And the more you grow, the more deficit you have. When you improve your lead generation, you need to improve nurture and conversion. You improve conversion, your delivery is going to be in pain. So you will constantly need to grow the business around you and grow around where you're feeling the noise. So simplify first. Don't try to scale before there's simplification. One of the secrets to scaling, to growing, to moving in the right direction as a person in your relationships, in your business, is to simplify everything. As entrepreneurs, you get to make up the rules to your own game. Here's my suggestion. Make them up so that you win consistently. Create rules that put you in the driver's seat, that allow you to win, that allow you to move forward, that allow you to be where you want to be. So here's the result you will get. When you lower the noise first, the percentage chance of your success goes up exponentially. When you lower the noise first, you actually working towards your success gets infinitely easier and faster and more manageable. And when you lower the noise first, you release the complication and complexity that so many business owners are dealing with in their businesses right now. And you give yourself the momentum, the clarity, and the space you need to actually go out and create the success you know you should. Lower the noise first. It's one of the fastest but least intuitive paths to creating the success you've always wanted. If you're ready to start lowering the noise, increasing your momentum, and creating the business, the team, the empire you've always known you should have, reach out to us. You do not need to do this on your own. We run a holistic coaching program that shows entrepreneurs how to build their business, increase momentum while improving their lives and spending more time with their families. If you're ready to create the business you've always known you should have and leave your dent in the universe without feeling like you're going to let everybody around you down, reach out to us right now and let us help. Go to billionairecode.com, answer some questions for my team, and you'll have an opportunity to schedule a call with us so that you can see exactly how we can help you. Billionairecode.com. Let us help you lower the noise, increase momentum, and create the business you've always known you should have. Billionairecode.com.